Hey guys, Kev here, and I'm ready to do my full review on the MBK Mini Old Guard. This is a knife designed by Sanford Owen and Ray Laconico. They teamed up from MBK to do this design together. It has raindrop carbon fiber on it. If you've ever seen the QSP raindrop carbon fiber, this looks identical to that, I think. I could be wrong. I just feel like QSP built it, but I don't know. According to them, it's an OEM that doesn't have a company behind it. So I don't know. Somebody recently requested that I bring some kind of cloth and constantly wipe knives off while I do reviews. I don't think I can do that. I don't, like, you're going to see my fingerprints. Like, you know, I can't sit here and wipe. I'd be wiping it every 5 seconds. So I just wanted to address that. I wiped it right now, okay? This knife is freaking cool looking. Interesting knife, just kind of a, to me, it's just like a basic knife design. You picture knife in the dictionary, you could put this in there, right? Along with like the bug out or whatever. But it just, basically, it means it doesn't excite me all that much in terms of aesthetics. It's definitely good looking. And the raindrop, I thought I would really love this raindrop carbon fiber, and it is really cool, but to me, somehow it feels cheap. Like, it, I don't know, it looks cheap. It almost looks like it's fake carbon fiber, even though it's not. This is real shit. It's thick, like, you know, it's good. A lot of people love this. I just think I should have went with the full titanium one, or just the plain weave carbon fiber. I do want to be up front. I have sold this knife already. Sold it to my good buddy, Alex, 814EDC. Check him out, 814EDC. You definitely bought a good knife, dude. It just wasn't for me. And I'm going to tell you why it wasn't for me specifically. But I'll get into that. Aesthetically, just cool. Like I said, it's a knife. Has a really nice bend from tip to tail. And then just a neutral handle with a little curve in it. And then you have this just classic drop point blade, M390 steel. I'll show you that here. M390. Should be able to see that. Again, it's made by MBK. There's their logo. And it has no other markings or anything on this knife, which is cool. Yeah, it's just an interesting looking knife. Raindrop. I mean, I meant to say a boring looking knife with raindrop carbon fiber, basically. Ergonomically, it's good, guys. It fits in my hand well. This is the Mini Old Guard. It's a 3-inch blade and I think a 4.5-inch handle. They do make a full size of this with a 3.5-inch blade. That maybe would have fit my hand a little better, but I do just get all 4 fingers on. There's no jimping up here on the spine, which you don't need. It feels really good. It's not crowned or anything, but it's smooth, and it's thick enough that it's comfortable. Decent blade stock on there, and it just fits well in your hand. You have this kind of flat right here. You cannot use that for anything. I mean, you could if you really wanted to, but you're meant to hold it back here, and that is comfortable. So ergos are good. The clip, as a lefty, does not cause any issues because it's on the right side. I can feel it, but bearing down, it doesn't. I do feel this corner back here a bit if I really squeeze. So depending on the size of your hand, your mileage may vary. Right-handed, same thing. I don't really have an issue with the clip here. It doesn't have anything sticking up like a prong or whatever. It's not deep carry, but it goes, you know, most of the way back. You have this much sticking out. It's not bad at all. I actually really like their clip with the slot in it. And of course they sell replacement clips and Damascus and cool stuff like that. So right-handed, it's perfectly fine and comfortable, just like left-handed. Action. So this is interesting. It flips out, or I should say shoots out, whatever, when I use the thumb stud, and it cracks out. You can listen here. Just sounds really good coming out. That was left-handed. Here's right-handed. So, good. D10. Nailed it. They nailed the D10 on this. It is not too stiff, and it is not too soft. It is dead nuts. I really appreciate a good D10, and whoever MBK uses for the last few knives, the Easy C 1.5 and this one I've tried, just perfect on the D10. I really appreciate that. I need a good D10, guys. I just, in my collecting now, if I don't have a good D10, I'm out on a knife. It could be gorgeous. It could be made of gold. I don't care. If it does not have a good D10, that mother is getting sold. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's good. Now, closing, this is on washers, and I'll explain in a second what's going on there because it's weird, but you'll see if I push this lock bar over all the way, see that? It's all the way. It has a lock bar over travel stop. I checked that. Push it all the way. It does not drop. I have to shake it, and then it'll drop to there. And then I got to shake, 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 Sonora, shake your body around. There's no blade play. I have it tuned from when I did the disassembly. And it just does not want to drop shut. Like, I've heard they break in really nice. You can see there. But I just want a knife that falls onto my thumb when I move the lock bar. And I get that with washer knives all the time. So it's not because it's on washers. But I just want to point that out because I really want it to, and it doesn't. And that's a reason I'm selling it. Because I'm bougie as fuck. And if it doesn't drop on my nail, I'm out. I don't know. It's weird, but call me crazy. Now, the washers. This thing runs on 2 phosphor bronze washers and 1 thin Teflon washer on each side. So you have 6 washers in here. I don't know how well you can see the 2 phosphor bronze. They're stacked on top of each other. So you have, starting from this scale, right? You have a phosphor bronze washer, another phosphor bronze washer, a thin-ass Teflon washer against the blade. Then on this side, thin-ass Teflon washer against the blade, phosphor bronze, scale. And then obviously your pivot screws. So you got all that going on in there, and it makes this knife incredibly smooth. This thing, everybody talks about hydraulic, Sebenza, smooth, whatever. This is the best action on washers I've felt, other than the fact that it doesn't drop shut. It's just so smooth. It's glassy, guys. It's glassy. So if you're looking for CRK type action, this is it, guys. I mean, this really reminds me of my Sebenza that I had. I had a small 31 lefty, and this is what it felt like. But this is better. So I just want to mention that. And you can flick it. So you can actually... Sorry, I almost just choked. Probably deserve that. Fucking CRK gods are coming after me. Fucking cursed. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, you can actually flick it. So that's nice, you know, compared to the Sebenza I had. But anyway, action, good. It's weird with the washers. And I talked to Sanford Owen or Ray Laconico. It was the MBK Instagram. We were chatting in comments. Direct messaging. And they said they're going to switch back to 1 washer on each side for the next run because people are getting confused. And he said it's not like knife enthusiasts like me and you. It's the non-knife guy that gets confused. And I was like, what? There's non-knife guys, non-enthusiasts buying this knife? Like, who just wanders over to MontereyBayKnives.com? I guess maybe people, he has a storefront. So that must be what he meant. Like somebody who just goes in the store and is like, oh, maybe I want to try a knife. And he's like, well, I have a company. I make my own knives. You want to check it out? And, you know, maybe that's the person we're talking about. I don't know. It was just weird. I was like, non-knife guys are buying your knives? So, yeah, that's interesting. Cutting, this is a well-done blade. It's pretty thin behind the edge, I would say. Somewhere in the mid-teens, 17,000 maybe we'll call it, a guess. But it slices paper really well. I went to just like slice into the paper a little bit just to see how it cut from down here up to the tip. And I got it in the paper and it literally was like, it just sliced right through and the paper shot off. The piece shot off and I was like, damn, shit is sharp, bro. So yeah, this thing is sharp. It'll shave your goddamn hairs. Yep, there you go. Shave my hairs. All right, dude. I will clean it one more time because I just got hair on it. That's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that. Nobody wants to see my fucking arm hair all day on the knife, right? So yeah, cutting, fantastic. Carry. This is a good clip. I just love their clip. It's classic. It's just a solid, regular, boring clip. I love Laconico's clips, so could not be more happy with the carry. Goes in and out of pocket like a dream. It's a 3D milled clip, titanium milled clip. Yeah, this thing is starting to break in, actually, just sitting here doing this. No play. Starting to drop a little. I mean, it's never going to drop, I don't think, but if you man it and you do this, if you're a man about it or a woman about it, whatever, you get it to drop, and action's good, guys. Centering is dead nuts on this boy. So we talked ergos, aesthetics, carry, cutting, action. So value, $200, guys. This was 200 bones. I asked for a discount and they told me no. They said it should have been like $235. They got it down as low as they could, and I guess they just weren't gonna offer me a discount. Fair enough. It's your company, and shit, if you lowered the price to help everybody else out, whatever. It's M390 with a full slab of carbon fiber and titanium, and it's well made, guys. This is excellent manufacturing here. I just don't like washers. You know, I do if the knife still kind of has droppy action. It's hard to find that. But yeah, like I don't go fucking around in the sand and, you know, like I'm worried about my bearings getting jacked up, and I could just blow them out anyway, or take the knife apart with my truck bit driver or my bougie ones at home, you know. So I just prefer a drop action, and that's the main reason I'm getting rid of this. The other reason is it's just boring to me, guys. I've realized lately I've just been selling off all my thumb stud knives. I don't enjoy just thumb studs anymore. They tend to get caught on my pants coming out. They're not as fidgety for me as some flippers or hole knives. Basically, I prefer a hole for deployment at this point, and maybe a flipper or both. The hole is the best with a good detent and a flick. You know, I just got that out, but I do want to mention that left-handed, it is hard to spidey flick this because of the lock bar. You end up on there and then it just becomes and I have heard from a bunch of righties that the lock bar pressure thing is real on the thumb flick. Like, you can't put too much pressure right here with your fingers, and it's hard not to, right? That's where you want to hold the knife. Like, I cannot get it out right now. I have to kind of back onto the clip and shoot it out. But that means your spidey flick is going to be free and clear. So, you know, it's a trade-off, but I wish it wasn't an issue at all. Anyway, it was $200. I thought that was fine when I bought it. I just dished it out. And, you know, my Easy C 1.5 was $180. So, you know, the full tie one I think is $200 too. That's fair market value at this point in the knife community. They're not raping anybody. You know, I think that's fair. Now, I will mention that resale on this is not good. At least not for me. I had it posted on Knife Swap and on Instagram for $175 to start. I paid $200. It literally has barely been used. $175, no takers at all. Then I dropped it to $150 for the next day, basically. That was yesterday. Nobody wanted it. Nobody. And then last night on our live stream, I was like, fuck it, I'll sell it for $125. And I still only had one person, Alex, who was like, dude, I'll take it. And then he was like, can I think about it overnight? And I was like, of course, dude. Like, you don't need to buy it. Like, if you just said that on the live stream and you were in the heat of the moment, I do that shit all the time. Don't worry about it, bro. But then he messaged me this morning and he was like, I'll take it. And I think 125 is a freaking steal for this thing. I just need the cash to get new shit in, and I don't like thumb studs. So that's where we're at, guys. It's a really cool knife. I think it's a great design. I think if you use your knives and you need a good knife, great. If you love washers, I think this knife is out of the park for you. If you're a CRK guy and you don't want to spend $400, boom. Old guard or mini old guard. So really cool knife, just not for me personally. I absolutely love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.